and welcome to It's a Boat Thing. We are trying something new. We are going to be doing a Meet the Owner. So my first victim, if you like, is going to be Pete on lazy days, and I'm just going to bring you around here to show you Pete, and we'll say hello Pete.
Hello, how are you?
We're good. Right, so before we get on to Pete's boat, he's just jumped off, and we are going to have a little look. We've been waved at from across the way, and we're going to be having a look at the outside of his boat. He's got a few bits of equipment, so I'm going to turn the camera, and he's going to show us the outside of the boat, because you can't believe the condition that the boat is in. You're faced with it in its actuality. So what we've got here, Pete, by the look of it, you've got your tender. Is this ready for the trip? It's
ready for the trip, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I do use as well with an outboard engine. I just go up and down the river in her when I want to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's stowed rather nicely on there.
Yeah, she's on snap davits, so she's easy to fit.
And is that fairly straightforward for you to get the boat on and off?
Very easy. Very easy. Well, I did all that myself as well, so.
Oh, that's good. So you should know exactly how it works. And I see you carry your engine on the back, which, as a tender engine, but also as a auxiliary engine as well.
It can be used as auxiliary if need be.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not.
No, ideally not. No. So as we walk down the boat, it looks like you've had a canopy fairly recently.
No, believe it or not, it's 10 years old.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
Take her off for the winter. I take her home.
I understand.
And
yes.
I put an old PVC one on for the winter, which came with the boat.
Yeah.
So this one's really only had half its use, if you look at it like
yes,
that.
Yes, and of course half its use in the better of the weather, not in the frost or the snow and such.
I mean, I have had the windows replaced for the trip, so I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that helps to be able to see where
Nice
you're going, doesn't it? So looking at the gel coats and the actual boat itself going down, she is spotless, isn't she?
How it was. I mean, it just took a lot of cleaning, a lot of polishing. I took off the old decals.
Yeah.
Put the name on the side.
Yeah, that looks lovely.
That looks a lot better. I've put some docking lights on, which are remote control, so when out at night, I can light up the locks, etc.
So you can see when you're coming in.
Yes.
And I see you've got your radar deflector up there, and that's ready for the trip that we've got planned.
Ready for the trip.
Yeah.
There's the GPS there.
Yes.
All fitted.
And then moving forward,
this would be the 240 feed from the main.
So you're plugged into shore power at the moment?
I'm plugged in at the moment, just to keep the batteries topped before we leave.
Yeah, and obviously we'll remember to unplug all of that before we depart. Yes. We've seen that happen before on a number of boats, haven't we?
There's my camera, which I use for night vision.
Yes, I remember you telling me about that. I definitely have camera envy, and we'll go into that as we get inside a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then you've got fender baskets.
Fender baskets, which were with the boat. Fenders I put in myself, along with the spotlight at the front, the anchor, and the windlass is all new.
And of course you've got your flag height indicator at the front.
Yes, exactly,
which as you may have seen on one of the other episodes that we've done on a not so technical, we call it the twanger, mainly because when you go under something it makes a noise and goes twang. So that's great.
Yeah.
Right, well we'll move back into the boat now.
I've taken your tip on one of your videos and added some perspex pipes yesterday.
Oh, I see. This is the non-dripping down the side of the boat.
And they work perfectly, your idea.
I'm pleased to hear it. Well, at least one of our not so technicals has been pretty useful.
That's right.
Great.
That's right.
Well, let's get on to the boat and we'll take the next bit from the inside, I think.
Yep.
Follow Pete onto his boat, and if you forgive the camera work, and Pete is going to show us a little bit about his boat. So what have we got here then, Pete?
Right, this is the grill and oven all together, easy for cooking. And here is my sink, hot and cold water.
That's very nice. The finish on these is absolutely superb. I like the raised edge.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Is that the sort of thing that just
standard.
comes as standard?
Comes
Is it?
standard.
Yeah, and I guess that helps things to
Stop falling off.
stop falling off. Yeah,
Yeah,
particularly when you're rocking and rolling out on the
for sure.
on the bumpy
For
stuff.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and plenty of storage underneath, and then the drawers with everything in there that you need.
fabulous. I see you've got a little fridge under your helm seat.
There we are. All stocked.
Very nice and stocked up. And of course we're filming this just before we go out for a week or so going to the coast, but it was an ideal opportunity, wasn't it,
Yeah,
to
perfect.
do a meet the owner.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at your helm, and that is very well appointed. I'm guessing this isn't standard, this is something that you've done over the years.
Yeah, I've added the 2 GPS plotters, I've added a radio, I've got a remote control spotlight at the front.
That is helpful.
Works.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all standard. This
Now
is
a
basically
little
it.
birdie told me that on one of your screens that you have a night camera.
That's right.
So when you're going along and it's pitch black,
That's right,
you can
I
still
do.
see where you're going.
Yeah, I do. It works off that plotter there. So I turn the camera on here, and it comes up on there, and all I need to do is watch that screen. at
That is
night.
very cool. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I've now got night camera envy. That's great. That's marvellous.
Yeah.
So on the other side here, this is where your
Sort of
dining area is.
This is a Jack and Jill chair, which it turns around. So
Oh,
you
I
can
see.
face
So your
forward.
navigator effectively
That's
can
right.
face forward when you're going and you're underway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, table, but it folds down. When there's nothing underneath it, it can fold down and give you more room. And that is
And
it.
this is big enough for 4 people to sit
It is,
very
well,
comfortably,
well,
isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, the table pops out as well, like that, like so. So you can have
That is a
extra
good
room.
side. And again, you've got this rolled edge
Yes.
just to stop things sliding off,
Absolutely.
which is
Yeah,
superb.
it's really nice.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Folds away very easily,
It's
doesn't it?
clever, isn't it?
So moving forward, again, this is a boat of 2 halves in many ways, isn't it? It's you've got a main fore cabin here.
Yeah, this is the V bunk. It's normally got the table here.
Yeah.
Been made up ready for our trip.
Of course, because you've got extra crew members
I've
on
got
board
2
with you
crew
this time,
coming
haven't you?
with me to help me. So Simon will be here, and there's a cabin in there for Barry.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to move down these steps and just turn around and see. It's a little bit dark in there, but the camera's picking it up quite well. So that is another double berth in there, and plenty of storage to keep stuff.
Wardrobes, etc. Very good.
That's very impressive. And you've got a day head, or is it the only head?
This is the only head.
The only head
boat.
on the boat.
Yeah, which is a seat toilet.
That's good. So you've got a sea toilet
Yep.
and a shower.
Yeah, there is a shower.
Oh, I see.
The
It's
sink comes out for when you're having a wash.
That is clever. A
You
hidden sink.
You can store it away when you're having a shower. This comes out, clips up on the mirror with a fitting, and then there's just a normal pump.
That
You may hear it. There's pumps
I
of
see.
water away.
Pumps the water away.
Yeah.
Very well appointed. I love it. The wood condition is just
Yeah.
superb. That's very nice.
You'll like this cupboard.
Oh, this is the captain's cupboard then. Okay. Yes. So
A few weeks for the trip.
it wasn't the eggs I had noticed in that cupboard.
No, I
I
didn't think so.
Yeah, no, it's very well appointed cupboard as well on the condition of the wood to
Yeah.
make the cupboard and also what's inside it as well.
The other side's all the glasses and everything.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So as we move back forward,
Perfect, yeah.
well, actually not back forward, we got moving back through the boat. We come back up onto the. We'll have a look at that last, but let's have a look at. This is your master owner's cabin, effectively, isn't it?
Cabin. I'll let you go in.
Okay, let me. And with any luck, the light will. Oh, it has adjusted rather well. So we have a sofa at one end, and
Correct.
obviously your TV and
Yes,
whatnot,
yes.
and again another double berth.
Yes.
Very, very nice. That is a good size cabin with decent headroom as
And
well,
there's
isn't
washing
it?
facilities. It lifts up and there's sink under
So
there
you
with
have
everything.
effectively not an ensuite as such,
Not
but you
quite.
do have facilities in here
Yes.
for
washing at
washing
least.
and
Yes,
such like.
yes.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That-
Which is a lovely boat.
that is a lovely boat.
When you look at it from outside, you think, but when you get inside, it's like Doctor Who's spaceship.
It is, isn't it?
Bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. And of course on top of that you have a sun deck.
Yes.
So when the back canopy is down,
Yes.
you have a place to sit out in the sunshine.
Yes, I have actually slept up there as well during the summer.
Yeah, it looks big enough, doesn't it? Yeah, looks rather good.
Yeah.
So from an engine point of view, what type of engine have you got on this?
We've got the Volvo engine, 6-cylinder with turbo.
And what horsepower would that be
She's
on
a
this?
150 stroke 160, I believe. Not 100% sure because mechanics isn't my game.
Okay, my goodness, that that fits in there just about, doesn't it?
Snug fit, isn't it?
Yeah, loving the soundproofing as
Yeah.
well, and the condition that your engine and I can see, maybe you can't see it on the video here, but the bilges are spotless.
Yes,
You clearly look after that very well.
I do.
And what sort of performance do you get out of this?
She won't do it at the moment, she's fully laden, but normally she can get up to about 14 to 16 knots.
Okay, yeah.
Unladen, but I don't expect to get more than 10 knots now. on
Because
this
you're
trip.
going to have
That's
three crew in
Three
total.
crew, we're full of fuel, we're full of water and full of food and
Yeah.
drink.
Lovely. So we put that down, and we'll just have a little seat on here. So Pete, you've been with boats for a long time now, haven't you?
Nigh on 50 years now.
Really, that's and this is how many boats are along in that journey?
This is my fifth boat.
Fifth boat.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's like an average of one every decade in many
That's
ways,
right,
isn't
yeah.
it?
My fifth but last.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my last boat.
Well, I don't know how you could top this, to be honest.
No.
I mean, this is everything that you probably wanted to start with,
Perfect.
and you've added things as you go.
I've added things that I needed or thought I'd need,
Yeah.
and I've reached the end now. She's finished, she's ready for use.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Very, very spectacular
Yeah.
looking boat, and such good condition.
Oh,
You do look after your boat.
She wasn't like this when I bought it. It took me about 5 years to get her like this.
Yeah. Oh, so fairly short amount of time then, because
Fairly
we're all
short.
the same,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
we? We
yeah,
buy a
yeah.
boat and then we
Well,
bring them up to our own
You work
standard.
through the winter and you want to use her during the summer.
course, yeah.
So you've only really got half a year each time, haven't you?
Yes,
So,
yes, you have. Yeah. So I'm very impressed with it. What are your plans for the future? Is it to just keep doing more of what you do?
I'd like to do more.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah.
It's in my blood. I've been let down a couple of times on doing this trip, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
So we got this
setting
trip,
off.
and then whatever other trips that we can
Whatever
put
else I'm-
together in the future.
Whatever I'm invited on, I'll accept.
That's great.
Yeah.
But from a meet the owner for the first one for me, and I know this is a first for you as well.
Definitely.
Thank you very much for your time on it.
You're
Very
more
much
welcome.
appreciate it,
More than welcome.
and I'm sure everyone will agree. What an absolute splendid boat.
Thank you.